So normally I don't do videos or diaries or talk about my life. Obviously, that's bloggers, and I'm not a blogger. So starting today, I'm gonna go ahead and blog. Well, not blog, more like just talk about every day, about my mom, myself, my family, and just my life in general, of who I am as a person. And it is very difficult um, to process the fact that your mom has stage 4 cancer. Um, Not only that she has stage 4 cancer, um, she also just had a stroke. Um, I would say December of 2013, a year and a half ago. So obviously, seeing how it was for her to go through that, not only did I notice it beforehand, with her mouth being numb and her speech wasn't very clear and she wasn't grabbing on certain items, with a good grip. She had a hard time grabbing it. I still remember that day. She came home very early, like around this time, and she said she was very tired. And I said, "Is everything okay?" She says, "Yeah, I'm just very tired. I don't know what's going on." So I'm like, "Okay." So she went to sleep. She took a nap, and she woke up, and obviously she had a dessert. I forgot what it's called on top of my head right now, but she had a dessert. It was from Thanksgiving. Now, mind you, this is December 2nd, so Thanksgiving already passed. Um, so she um, woke up from the nap, had a dessert. I forgot what the dessert was. I should ask my grandma. She's the one that made it. So she decided to eat that piece. Very high sugar. It had marshmallows, brown sugar in it. Very sweet. And she knew she was a diabetic within a year already, a year and a half already before the stroke, before that day. So obviously she took a piece, not knowing it was going to do anything harm to her. But once she, took a bite out of it, um, she ate half of it. And throughout the day, she was fine. And then later on, around 7 to 7:30, her speech was very hard to understand. Her throat was, I wouldn't say swollen. It just made it hard for her to talk. And then she had a hard time getting a plate and a cup out of the kitchen. She asked me, and she turned next to me, and she's like, "Josh, is something wrong with me?" Like, but when she said it, it's like someone numbed her mouth. Like, when they do, uh, um, they work on your teeth. They have to numb your mouth. So it sounded like someone numbed her out of nowhere, and I'm like, "Yeah, mom, you sound different. What's wrong with you?" It was like, did you go to the dentist? She's like, "No, I something's wrong with me." I'm like, "Yeah, your mouth sounds like you're numb. What's going on?" She's like, "I don't know." And then she starts crying. But then I notice as she's crying, she's trying to get the plate and cup out of the cabinet, but it's right next to her, and she just has a hard time trying to grab it. And then my dad comes in from the back, from the garage, and obviously he sees her crying, and he says, "What's going on?" She cries, goes to the bathroom, well, her room, and then I kid you not, within like 2 minutes, she's screaming and crying, and I hear my dad, and I walk in, and I just see her having a stroke. And it was a hard thing to see your mom, obviously have the stroke right in front of your eyes. I saw her before it happened, during, and then literally right when they walked out. So 3 days, 5 days gone by. Around 3 to 5 days have gone by. Obviously, my dad says it's not good. She might not make it. She might be paralyzed. All the worst was starting to come into my mind. And she walks out of the hospital on December 9th, I believe. It was around my Uncle Daniel's birthday. She comes home that night, and it was hard for her to adjust. The lights were too bright. Normal regular lights at night, that you would turn on. She thought it was too bright. The TV, or in general, people were talking too loud. Even outside in the sun, just looking outside the window, she would see it too bright, so she would always have to wear sunglasses. And she did a lot of motions, not motions, like she did a lot of movement slowly. So anyways, long story short, with that, she is recovered, obviously, from having finding out that she had a stroke from that dessert and three seizures at the same time, and being transferred to UC Keck Medical, over there in LA. She walks out fine. She's perfect. Obviously, we all tell her, now that was a wake up call. You have to be careful with your diet and with your health and all that stuff. And obviously, she knows. So now, 2 years, almost 2 years later, she now has cancer. But it's a rare type of cancer because it's not breast cancer or throat cancer like normal people would normally get their cancer. She has a really rare cancer. They call it poor differentiation, or I forget. But it's coming from the salivary glands. In other words, it's coming from her her right side of her jaw. In other words, where her this part of her mouth, anybody's mouth, produces saliva. So what happens is, I guess, some of the bodily fluids, or I don't know, didn't produce enough saliva or something like that. But anyways, it starts from here, and apparently it jumped or it moved to this part of her chest. So obviously it's wrapped around her armpits as well. Well, not wrapped around, but it's starting to go under her armpit. It's wrapped around the bone, and doctors don't want to do surgery on it. So it's very hard for us to even think about not knowing if she's even going to get cured or not. And now, yesterday, after finding out the news that it's not curable, it's stage 4, it's coming from the salivary glands, and we want to start treatment within a week, if not 1 week, within 2 weeks. And obviously, the more you push the dates, it's going to grow rapidly. That's how I see it. It's growing very fast. I don't care what other people say. I think it's growing very rapidly because she feels pain like almost all the time. And it's hard for you to see your mom or anybody go through that pain. So it was hard for us, especially me. I'm the sensitive one out of all 3 kids. Very sensitive. It's hard for me to even see, hear, and let alone understand how everything is happening to her once again, a life and death situation. So, very hard. Everybody, we all thank God for everybody's comments and concerns on their support with my mom once again. And, she appreciates every single thing that everybody's doing. And she appreciates all those words and, the gifts that she's receiving from, like I forget, like St. Jude, the Virgin Mary, or just like those type of people. I don't know why my brain's not saying those people's names. I'm just really tongue twist. That's how I normally am. Anyways, she has a bunch of those now. Prayers, little cards, jewelry, obviously. That's with her with cancer in general. So, I just, we all appreciate everybody's love and concern. If we need anything from you guys, we'll let you guys know. We'll keep everybody updated, obviously, from everything that my mom's going through. This is day 1, obviously. So it's a long trip for all of us, and let alone my mom as well, to get through her treatment as well. So hopefully, she gets better. I want her to be better. Everybody wants her to be better. And I just know that, her grandma, my great grandma, Grandma Sarah, is watching her. I know that for a fact because if she is really here, spiritually in our hearts, and especially in my mom's heart, my mom would not be here after having her stroke about a year and a half ago. It was I see it as more of like a miracle, walking out of the hospital with nothing happening to you, not paralyzed, no speech, speech, I don't know, speech problems. So I see that Grandma Sarah is really there for her because my mom was 7 years old when my great grandma died at the age of 48 from cancer. So it's also scary to find that out too, that my great grandma died from cancer. She had throat cancer because she used to smoke a lot, from what I'm understanding. And now my mom 45, gonna be 46 this year in November. Sorry, mom, if I told if I said your age out loud, but coming to the close of age where your grandma died at the age of 48. Obviously I'd be scared too, if I got cancer within the age of 40, and something bad happened to someone close to me around that age. Obviously I'd be very concerned and very scared because I don't want that to happen to me. So mom, love you no matter what. um Love you with all my heart, do anything for you. you know just know that I'm always there for you, for your, obviously your first son. And just come to me no matter what. Not me, dad, obviously dad, Sarah, Joel, Jeremy loves you. We all love you. We're here, even though we don't express our feelings that much, and we don't really say that we love you that much, or we don't show you that we appreciate you. We have our ways of showing you. I'm starting to work on that now. Obviously, I always say, affectionate is very important, other than just saying it or just buying people's gifts or just buying affection. I'm starting to show my emotions and my affection towards you, and not only towards you but to everybody else. So, mom, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be all right. Love you. Sarah loves you, dad. Joel, especially Jeremy. Jeremy wants you to be better. And everybody, grandma, grandpa, Nina, Nick, Bryce, every single person, your cousins, friends, co-workers, everybody. So just to wrap this video up, like I said, diary day one of a road to recovery. Obviously, hopefully I get to get you in one of the videos, and everybody else too. So just right now, mom, just hang in there, keep fighting. I know you're a fighter. You're a fighter when you did your stroke, and I know Grandma Sarah's there with you, even until this day right now. You're a fighter. You're definitely a big fighter. You're gonna get through this no matter what. You're gonna live past 48, or right now. You're gonna fight cancer, like Nina's friend saying yesterday. Don't cry for cancer. Why are you gonna cry for cancer? That doesn't define your life. It's only a temporary thing. You're better than cancer. You're better than the stroke. You're better than the seizures. You're gonna be better than the cancer, without a doubt. And love you. Like I said, road to recovery, and hopefully you're gonna start your treatment very soon, and we're all gonna be there for you. And just like I said, fight on. So love you, mom. Yeah. And obviously you can tell I'm in my room, obviously in my pajamas, still, just being lazy. Hair is not done. It's like, oh my god, Josh, you're making this video while you're in your pajamas, sitting on your bed. Like, oh my god, clean the dishes, throw out the trash. I already did that already. So I just want to be lazy today. So, but I'm lazy almost all the time when I don't work. But yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay, and I love you no matter what. So hopefully this all gets better. All right. Well, thanks for everybody for your support and for all your comments. We all appreciate it, especially my mom. And hopefully, every day's a new day. Appreciate it. And yeah, just keep going. Like Nemo says, well, not Nemo, like what Dory says, I'm finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. That's all you gotta do, is just keep swimming. That's all. All right, bye, mom. Hopefully you feel better. See you tomorrow.